Good morning, one and all. My name is Ilyas. Today we will be discussing some of the concepts in PHP. Already in the previous lecture, we learned some of the concepts in PHP. So PHP already we know. PHP stands for hypertext preprocessor. Right? So PHP stands for hypertext preprocessor. So this PHP will be used for creating dynamic contents. Okay, so dynamic web pages if you want to create, so we can use the PHP for creating the dynamic contents. Right. So how we will write the script, okay, in PHP? So already we know that. Okay, so less than question mark followed by PHP, and you can write some statements here and question mark and greater than symbol. This is the format. Okay, this is the thing we need to follow if you want to write any PHP script. Okay, right. So the PHP code will be embedded in between less than question mark PHP and ending with question mark greater than symbol. Right. So already we studied in the previous lecture all these things. Okay. In today's lecture, we will see some more basic concepts related to the PHP. So that will be covered in the first unit. Right. Coming to our today's concept here, that is PHP case sensitiveness. PHP case sensitivity. Right. So case sensitivity or sensitiveness means, okay, which type of case, whether lowercase or uppercase characters we have to use in PHP. Okay. Right. So when it comes to the PHP, right, no keyword, method, classes are case sensitive. Right. So in PHP, if you observe, okay, suppose if you are using keywords like if, else, while, do while, okay, or any methods, okay, or any functions like echo, right? So if you are using, there is no case sensitiveness for those keywords, methods, classes, okay, in PHP. Right. Suppose for example, if you write any script like this, less than question mark followed by PHP, right? So here I can use the method like echo, right? And you can write like this, hello. And if you want the same thing, okay, so you can write it like this also, okay, by changing the case. You can use lowercase and uppercase. Right. There will be no error displayed for these things. Okay. Right. So in PHP, there will be no case sensitiveness for the keywords, methods, classes. Okay. In PHP. Right. So, but for one thing, we have case sensitiveness in PHP. That is for the variables. Right. So for the variables in PHP, case sensitiveness will be there. Suppose for example, if you declare any variable in PHP, how will you declare the variable? A variable will be preceded with the dollar symbol, okay, right, followed by the name. Suppose if you write like this, dollar color equal to, if you write it as a red, right, this will call it as one variable, okay, right. So I want to declare another variable. Right. See. Here, what you did is, okay, so you have declared two variables, okay, that is color and this one is also color, okay, but here we are using different uh, case, okay, that is here we are using all lowercase and this one here we are using all uppercase, means lowercase and uppercase, means this variable is different and this variable is different, okay, right. So in PHP, there will be case sensitiveness for the variables in PHP. If you declare any variables, whatever the case you will use, the same case only you need to use for to retrieve also, right? So if you change the case, okay, that will be treated as another variable. Here we can say it as this color is one variable and this color is capital letters colors is another variable. Okay, right. So like this, okay, case sensitiveness will be applicable in the PHP. Okay, right. In simple way, what we can say here is, okay, PHP case sensitiveness will be applicable only for the variables. Okay, right, not for the methods, keywords, right, and any user defined functions. Okay, that we need to remember here. Okay, right. So after knowing about this PHP case sensitiveness, okay, we will go with another concept, simple concept that is available in PHP, that is comments. That is comments. Right. So in PHP, how the comments will be used? Okay, what are the different types of comments we can use in PHP? Right. So here, first of all, what actually a comment is? Okay. Right. So if you want to describe anything, okay, or if you want to give any explanation for any variable or for any statement, okay, we can write comments. Okay, these statements, these comments, whatever you write, that will not get executed. Just for our understanding purpose, we will be writing comments. Okay, these are not executable statements. In PHP, we can use different types of comments, commentings. That is single line comments, and multi-line comments. Multi-line comments. Right. Single line commenting and multi-line commenting both are available in PHP. Right. So single line commenting. So how to represent the single line comments? Okay, how to write the single line comments? Okay. So you can use double slash. Okay, right. Means forward slash, double forward slash you can use, and you can write anything here like this is my. You can write some explanation. Okay, like this is my first class, like this you can write, and you can use another way, that is hash. Okay, so hash followed by this is my first class, like this. So this is my first class. Okay, this is a complete line. Okay, right. So this is, or this is Ridias, right? So like this you can write. Okay, in a single line you can represent it. Okay, right. Beside in the statements you can use this type of comments in comments. Okay, right. That is single line comments you can use in PHP. Okay, right. So another type is multi-line commenting. Multi-line commenting means, suppose for you want to write the explanation. Okay, right, for some statement or for some method. Okay, in 2 or 3 lines you can go for multi-line commenting. So how to use the multi-line comments in PHP is, so slash, okay, followed by asterisk, then you can write the message. Okay, so whatever the explanation you want, and it should be ended with asterisk slash. Okay, this is multi-line commenting. Okay, suppose for example, if you write any PHP code, like this is then question mark PHP, right? So here, so you are using some method like echo, right? So this is something like you want to write. Okay, right. So for this, if you want to write any comment, okay. So how you will write the comment? See here. So for this particular statement, I want to end this here. Okay, right. So question mark and greater than symbol. Okay, right. So here I want to write the comment for this particular method, that is echo method. So I can use single line comments, and I can write as echo is one method. So like this we can give the description. Okay, right. So wherever you want any description for any statements in PHP, you can go for comments. Okay, right. You can use the comments and you can describe. Okay, once if you execute this particular code, okay, so these lines of code, okay, these statements will not get executed. The comments will not get executed. Just for understanding purpose, we'll be using. So here you can use single line commenting and multi-line comments. Okay, right. So two facilities are available in PHP. Right. This is one simple concept. Okay, that you can use for to describe any statement in PHP. Right. Then after that we have one more concept available in PHP, that is variables. That is about variables. Correct. PHP variables. Right. So if you want to declare any variable, right? If you want to declare any variables, okay, in PHP, how to declare the variables in PHP? What are the rules and regulations we need to follow? Okay, that we will discuss now. So in PHP variables, okay, right? So if you observe any variable, okay, right? So if you want to declare any variable in PHP, the PHP variable will be preceded with dollar symbol. Okay, so dollar sign will be used. Okay, right. So if you want to declare any variable, first you need to write dollar and it is followed by the variable name. Variable name. Okay, that is the syntax we need to follow. Okay, right. So how we can declare a variable? Example, dollar, right? So you want to write some variable with age. Okay, right. So like this, you need to declare the variables. Okay, right. If you want to assign any value for this variable, okay, right. How you will assign the value dollar age? So variable name is equal to value. So like this, you can assign some value to the variables. Okay, right. So you can initialize the variable also. Okay, right. So, but what the thing we need to remember here is, okay, in PHP, if you want to declare any variable, okay, a variable will be preceded with the dollar symbol. Okay, or we can say it as, okay, so dollar will be followed by the variable name. Okay, right. This is the rule we need to follow. Okay, right. So here we will get one more thing. Okay, one more question here. That is, okay. So this is about the declaration of a variable. Okay, so is there any rules and regulations that we need to follow while specifying the name for the variable, right? So here in PHP, some rules we need to follow. Okay, so just like our language, C language, just like our C language in Java, okay, right? So if you observe the different languages, some rules we will be following but giving the names for the variables, okay, right? So here also in PHP, some rules and regulations we need to follow for the variables, okay, for the specifying the names for the variables, okay, rules and regulations we need to follow, right? So what are the rules and regulations we need to follow for giving the names for the variables, okay, right? So a variable in for specifying a name for the variable, you can use letters, you can use digits, you can use underscores, you can use hyphens, right? So and you can use hyphen letters, digits, underscores, hyphens you can use. Okay, right. So then with this one, and what's the thing that we need to observe here is, okay, for giving the names for the variables. Okay, it should not start with digit. It should not start with digit. Means you should not give the name like 0 age. One age like this you should not use. This is not a valid one. Okay, right? That will represent the memory location. That's why the digit should not be used. Okay, right? So the rule we need to follow, and you can use in between underscores, digits, letters. Okay, so all the things you can use. Okay, you can use hyphens also. Okay, so these rules you can follow, but what's the thing you need to remember here is very important thing here is, okay, we should not start with a digit. Okay, that is zeros and ones. Okay, these rules we need to follow when specifying the names for the variables. Right. So after knowing these rules and regulations for specifying the name for the variables in PHP, right? So you can declare different types of variables. Okay, like dollar age equal to 15. You can assign some integer value also for the variable, and you can assign some floating point value for the variable, like uh, what we can say, like floating point value, like pi value, that is 3.14, like this you can assign, and you can assign some string value also, like hello world, like this. Okay, so you can assign, you can declare different variables, okay, and you can assign the values to the variables, okay. Based on the type of the variables, okay, you can give some name, means we can call that variable as an integer variable or floating point variable and a string variable, okay, right. So we can we can give some name for the variable, okay, based on the assigned value for that variable. Means for our understanding purpose, we can use different names, that is integer variable, floating point variable, and this one string variable. Okay, right. So, but the thing what we need to remember here is, okay, right. So, if you assign any value, okay, no need to specify the data type for the variable string. Okay, that's the specialty of PHP. Right. So in PHP, no need to specify the data type for the variable. Suppose if you observe any other language like C language, okay, if you want to declare any variable, okay, right, so you will be specifying the data type like int a equal to 5. Means here a equal to 5 is what, some integer value. You need to declare the, you need to declare the data type, and after that you need to declare the variable, and you need to assign the value. Okay, this is the rule we will follow. But here in PHP, if you observe, okay, no need to specify any data type. Okay, right. So internally, the PHP will understand, uh, automatically the PHP will understand, okay, what the value is, what the data type value that is. Okay. Suppose for example here $age equal to 15 if you write. Okay. So internally PHP will understand that this is a integer variable. Okay. Right. So that is the integer variable. So this one will be what, a floating point variable, and this one is what, a string variable. Okay. So internally the PHP will understand. That's why PHP scripting language will be called it as a loosely typed language. Okay, so we can give some name for the PHP as loosely typed language. Okay, why we are giving the name as a loosely typed language means no need to specify any data type for the variable. Internally, the based on the assigned value, the PHP will understand that this is an integer, this is floating point, this is string variable. Okay, that's why these languages will be called it as a loosely typed language. Right. Then, so after knowing about the variables and rules and regulations for to give the names for the variables, okay, and assigning values to the variables, okay, right. So here we will see, okay, what is the accessibility of the variables, okay, right. That is what scope of the variables. We have one more topic, so that is scope of the variables. Okay, what is the scope of variables in PHP? Right. What is the scope of the variables in PHP? Scope of the variables means up to what level you can access that particular variable. Okay, right. So once if you declare any variable, okay, right, in PHP code, so that variable where you can access, okay. So supposing that in the PHP code you have functions, okay, subprograms, so you have. So in the subprograms, can you access that variable or not? Okay, that will represent the scope of the variables. Means scope or accessibility of the variables also we can say. Accessibility of the variables. Okay, the PHP will supports three scopes for the variables. Okay, right. So we have three different scopes of variables in PHP. Like that is local scope or local variable. We can call that variable as a local variable, global variable, and static variable. Right. So you can declare a variable as a local variable, global variable, and the static variable. Okay, right. So while declaring that variable, okay, right, you can access locally, globally, and static. Okay, right. See here, these three different types of variables. Okay, scope of the variables. Okay, that we will see with the examples. Right. So already now we got the idea that what is the scope of a variable. Okay, right. Scope means what, up to what level you can access that particular variable. Okay, right. So first one is we will see some type of the variables here, or type of scope of the variable we will see now. Okay, right. So here suppose think that we have written some code less than question mark PHP. Okay, right. So here what I want to do is I want to declare one variable $x equal to 5. Okay, right. Then after that I want to write one function here. I want to declare one function here. Function my test. Just I am writing one simple program. Okay, right. So my test. Okay, right. So here I want to access the variable. So echo $x is inside a function. Right. Close. Okay. Right. Then after that, what I want to do is once again I want to print that x value here. Echo double quotations. So $x is outside the function. Outside the function. Right. So I want to close this code here. Question mark and greater than sign. Okay, right. So just observe this program. Okay, now I want to give the clarity to you what the scope of the variable is. Okay, right. So here I have declared one variable. Okay, just now we have seen how to declare the variable. If you want to declare any variable in PHP, dollar will be followed by the variable name. Okay, right. That is the declaration syntax. Okay, and you can assign the value as is equal to 5. Like this, you can assign the value also. That also we have seen. Okay, right. So after doing declaration and assigning value, okay, now I want to give the clarity for the scope of that variable. Okay, right. So just I have written one sample code here. Okay, so that is $x equal to 5. Okay, right. This is the value I have assigned for the variable. Okay, $x equal to 5. Okay, then so here what I want to do here is, okay, I have declared one, means I have defined one function that is my test. Okay, right. Then after that what I am doing here, okay, suppose if you want to, you can call this function also my test, right. Then after that I am printing it. Okay, right. So I am using echo is the method I am using for doing the value of the variable. Okay, right. So here see $x equal to 5. This is what one variable declaration and assigning value. Okay, right. So here this variable can be called it as here as per the PHP. This variable can be called it as the right. So in general, what we will say, okay, if you are not declaring any variable inside the function, okay, right. So in the function my test, I am not declaring any variable here, okay, right. So outside I am declaring that variable, okay, right. So this variable, okay, can be called it as global variable in normal languages. Okay, right. In normal languages, we will call this variable as the global variables. Okay, right. So this variable you can access inside the function and outside the function also. Okay, that type of variables we will call it as the global variables in C language. Okay, right. But here in PHP, if you declare any variable like this $x equal to 5, okay, this variable you can't access inside the function. This variable you can't access inside the function. Okay, inside the function you can't access that variable. Okay, right. So outside only you can access that variable. Okay, right. So see here, this variable is what here. Okay, right. So declaration will be like global variables. Okay, but this variable you can access not inside the function. Okay, actually global variables can be accessed inside the function also, but here not possible. Okay, right. So this variable we will call it as the global variable. But here this global variable in PHP you can't access inside the function. Only outside the function only you can access. Okay. So what will be the output of this program is, okay, right? So you will get a message as $x is inside a function. This message you will get. Then after that, $x, what is the $x value? 5 is outside the function. Right. So this type of output you will get. Okay. So what we can understand here is, okay. So $x equal to 5 is the variable, okay, declared globally. But this global variable you can't access inside the function. We can access only outside. Okay. Right. Suppose you don't want means you want to access inside. Okay, if you want to access inside, what we need to do? Okay, I have to make this variable as a local. Okay, right. So we will see that one also. Okay, suppose for example, if you declare some variable like inside the function $y equal to 4, right? So in place of x, you can write it here as $y. So here what happens here? This variable will be called it as a local variable. So here, see, I have modified the program here. $x equal to 5. This variable is what a global variable. Okay, this global variable you can't access inside the function. Okay, outside only it can be accessible. So here, next another thing is, okay, I want to go with another scope of the variable, that is local here. So local variable means, okay, so inside the function if you declare any variable, that variable you can access only inside. Outside you can't access. Suppose for example, if you write like this, $1 is outside the function. If you access, you won't get the output. Okay, right. So this is what a local variable. This is what a local variable. This one we will call it as a global variable. Okay, right. Suppose you don't want means you don't want to declare any local variable. If you want to access this variable inside, okay, we have one more option in PHP. Okay, that is externally we need to declare that. Okay, like dollar globals. We need to declare like this dollar globals of $x. Then you can access that variable inside the function. Okay, right. Means if you want to access any global variable inside the function, we need to declare, okay, like dollar globals. Okay, we need to highlight that variable as a global variable with like this dollar globals of, okay, $x. Okay, if you write like this, you can get access here. Okay, right. This is not local variable and the global variables. Okay, right. Similarly, we have one more type of variable here, scope of the variable, that is static. Static scope of the variable. Right, static variable. Okay, right. So we will see that. The static variables. So in the next lecture, okay, so I will be explaining about the static scope of the variable. Okay, right. So here up to now, okay, so we have discussed the concepts like declaration of the variables. Okay, what is how to declare variables in PHP, what the rules and regulations we need to follow. Then after that, we have seen one more concept, that is how to write the comments in PHP, right? Then after that, we have seen what is the case sensitiveness in PHP. Then we have seen what is the scope of the variable in PHP and why this PHP can be called it as a loosely typed language. Okay. Right. So under the scope of the variables, we have seen what the different scopes, levels, accessibility of a variable. Okay, that is local. How the local variable can be accessed, how the global variable can be accessed. Okay. Right. Then we will see last scope of the variable, that is the static. Okay, so three scopes of the variables can be supported in PHP. Okay, right. So in the next lecture, I will be telling you what is the use and how to use the variables, okay, with static. Okay, what is the static scope of a variable? Okay,